Heels to Heels. Go ahead, unmute Heels to Heels.
All right, I'm unmuted.
How you doing?
I'm great, thanks. And yourself?
I'm doing well. So what do you have to say on the topic? You've heard a couple people speak now. What do you have to say on the topic?
It spans so much, but I'm gonna keep it cute and simple.
No, say what you
um,
have to say. The floor is yours. Say what you have to say.
well, I mean, I definitely agree with a lot, if not most, of what she said, especially the part about y'all just being honest. Like, I promise you, I preach that to so many men, and they look at me like I'm crazy. And I always say, I'm like, listen, you ever try to just be like real, right? Like you know that when you're approaching this woman, you know you have no intentions of having a relationship with her, right? Let's
Mm-hmm.
just say you're in your prime, you live in your life, you've decided that you're just gonna live a casual life, right? Have casual encounters. You don't want no major commitments.
Mm-hmm.
So why not use that confidence to go up to a woman who you find attractive, more sexually attractive anyway, and tell her, hey, I find you very attractive. I was just wondering if maybe, we can have a nightcap after this, or maybe whatever you got to say. That's not disrespectful, but it is direct enough to let her know, like, she might be down. We grown women out here, we might just be down.
You want to
Like,
know
but to
what?
lure us, but to have the audacity to do that high school shit, trying to lure us into thinking, that you may want something, like, that's so fucking lame. That's so corny. And then get mad when we figure y'all out and what y'all real motives are. Then we switch it and decide to say, all right, well, you know what? Then let me get what I gotta get out of this motherfucker. If
Right.
that's how he want to do it.
Right.
That doesn't become prostitution or escorting. That
Yeah.
becomes a mutual beneficial relationship.
Yeah, in that instance, I don't see it as escorting or prostitution. But because like you said, like we're both getting, you're the man is fronting, trying to make it seem like it's something it's not, because he's just gonna deal with you and keep it pushing. So in that instance, a woman should get what she can get out of him, and make him pay for it, I guess, if you will, in that sense. But what I will say, and what I'm about to say, I'm not saying this to say that men shouldn't be honest with women, or that I respect men that aren't honest with women, but I know for a fact that a lot of men are not honest and straight up with women, because despite the fact that, y'all get on here and just in general, y'all say that y'all want honesty and things like that. Like 99% of y'all, whether you had a dad in your house or whether you didn't have a dad in your house, you were not raised. It don't matter. He can say it disrespectfully. He can be very direct and say it respectfully. Most of y'all were not raised to just like have a man come up to you and say something in that nature and be very direct to you, and you just oblige and like want to drop your drawers. Like
Well, no, of
just
course.
because of
That's
just because of the pride you have as a person, and especially as a woman, most men think that if they go up to a woman and say, hey, even in the most respectful way, like, hello, Heels to Heels, my name is such and such. How are you doing tonight? You look really good. I don't know what you got planned after this, but if you were interested, I'm trying to do this. Most men don't
man.
think most women are going to be down for that.
But what's thinking without thinking don't mean shit if you don't know. What's it gonna hurt to try? What's it gonna hurt to try? If she throws a drink in your face, hey man, you must, I don't, whatever. That's her. She was just not ready for that directness. She was not ready. Some women are so conditioned to being lied to that the honesty they have a problem with, even if it is some shit she didn't want to hear. But boo, he's being honest. So yeah, some women just can't handle that. But how's he supposed to know that by just looking at me? Shoot your shot. Y'all so quick. Shoot your shot. You don't know. I might, man. I'm telling you, that's so for me. I mean, I'm not gonna say it works all the time, because not a lot of times I just be like, or when if it does happen, I can't say a lot of times because, like you
Right.
said, men don't do that often.
Right.
But let's just say that one man does it, and I'm not attracted to him. I'm gonna just honestly, I have to thank him for being honest, but then let him down because I'm not attracted. Now, if I am attracted to you physically and you come at me like that, you might just have a chance because that honesty made you that much more attractive. You're damn near rare. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
for
you
real.
damn near rare.
No, for real. Yeah, I
So
get
yeah,
that.
so then you could get it. you know, and that's how it should be. Now, going back to the original topic of like,
Yeah,
because a woman opens up her legs, she feels like she should expect that. Da, 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 da. When y'all, okay, that's a tough subject, right? Because,
I don't think it's tough at all, to be honest with you.
well,
Because my
because,
not to cut you off heels to heels, but as a man, if I'm not if me and a woman have no obligation to each other, I can speak for most men. Most men is literally cool with getting the cheeks and keep it pushing. They're not in their head, they're not thinking like, well, I gave her some pipes, so now she needs to give me some money, or she needs to pay my bills, or she needs to start coming over to my house and cleaning my bathroom and cooking me some food.
but
But
here's,
why does a woman who is not in a committed exclusive relationship with a man, why is she expecting more just because she opened up her legs?
well, to expect more from anyone is already your downfall. I
Right,
mean, and that's expecting absolutely anything in life.
right.
That's already your downfall. So I agree with you there. But I'll give you a real life scenario. So, like, whatever, in the past, I've had a casual relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and he would hit me up way more than I would hit him up, right? Because women can go a long time. We don't have to have dick all the time the way y'all want to have pussy all the time. It just don't work like that. We not pressed on it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Y'all could even jack off and still need it. We could masturbate and not think about dick for another fucking whatever weeks, months, whatever. Like, that's just nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
So automatically, a lot of times it feels like, damn, wait, now our relationship is based off of sex. However, he comes every time.
Uh-huh.
I don't. Like, where's my, and he don't know how to eat pussy because a lot of y'all don't.
Mm-hmm.
So where in that is my benefit? If the only thing he can like, okay, so at that point, right, I have the choice to say, I either stop fucking with him because he's just not doing it for me, or 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 we can make this mutually beneficial. I mean, yo, she has that choice.
Okay,
She has that choice.
so let me speak to what you just said. Let me speak to what you just said. Because Mr. Misha, you were here the other night when FL was basically alluding to the same thing about how, most of the time the man is going to always get his, but the woman, more times than not, she's not going to get his or get hers, from the man. And what I told her and what I'm about to tell you is at the end of the day, heels to heels, you would rather have the real thing than be using the rose or the dildo or whatever it may be. You would rather have the real thing than the toy. So being that you have the real thing, you are getting what you want. Whether he was, if he wasn't able to get you to climax, that's unfortunate. But you still got what you wanted at the end of the day, because you don't need him to climax. You could climax yourself, like you just said, but you wanted the pipe. So you got the pipe and you got what you wanted. It's a fair exchange at that point. You got the pipe and he got the coochie. What else? What other expectations is there now?
Because it's still not equipped. I didn't come. You came. So now you got 2 times more benefit than I did. So I got dick in me. Big fucking
She's
deal.
saying
Where's the
compensate.
pleasure out of it? You got your pleasure. Where is my pleasure? Because that's the end goal in sex, is it not? It's pleasure.
Okay,
It's
that's
not
the
just
end
about
goal.
having my hole plugged in. Like, I put a tampon in for that. Like, it's just not that deep. I'm just saying.
Okay, you
It's the pleasure at the end of the day. So that, if I didn't get that, but you did over and over and over again, after again, the question starts to become, okay, should I keep fucking with him? Or, like, and the truth is, no, nobody's required to give up shit, honestly. Like, even in a relationship, that's your body. You're not required to give your parts to no fucking body, right? So no, it shouldn't be expected. But if she feels like that's what she should do, she got every fucking right. He's the one that could decide if he don't want to go through with it or not. It's his choice. He's not being coerced into taking care of her in whatever way. And yo, everything isn't always monetary. If you see my car has a low tire, put some air in that shit. If you see it's if your car is always washed and mine ain't, wash my shit. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like
but
that to
heels,
show, like, you
heels,
know.
and like I was telling Mr. Misha, you probably heard her tell me this. As a man, if he has any percentage of a good man in him, if y'all aren't in a committed exclusive relationship with each other, but you are allowing him, you are giving him like consistent access to your body, bro. If he has any bit of a good man in him, he is going to want to, he is going to go out of his way and want to do certain things for you simply because you are giving him access to your body, no matter how shallow that sounds. But as a man, when the man starts getting the vibe that he's being used, or that you're trying to extract something out of him now, and there is no commitment there, that is when red flags come up, and you know we might have to call it quits now. Like, because you wasn't. Why are you asking me? Like I said, only in the event that life happens and you're really, whether you're down bad or you need it. But don't just if we've been doing what we've been doing, don't try to like switch up the dynamics of it now.
So look, that was the real life scenario I was going to bring up really quickly. This will be brief. I was dealing with someone who we had a casual relationship like that. He's better off than I was at the time financially, okay? I went through a situation where I was fucked up financially. So I didn't hit him up because sex was the last thing on my mind. However, he was constantly on my phone, knowing my situation. So at that point, I said, all right, look, if you want my time, energy, body, and attention, you
Yeah,
need to pay,
right,
period.
right. And he wasn't a good
Because
man.
I'm over here trying to grind to figure it out. But if you insist on having me, you need to pay, period.
Yeah, and he wasn't. And that's an example of a man that wasn't a good man. Like you said, if he knew your
And
situation
there's a lot of
and he
those.
was still just trying to just get the cookie and not trying to like help you out, you were just dealing with a man that wasn't a good man. But if you're dealing with a man that's a good man, you're not even gonna have to ask. You're not gonna have to indicate. He just gonna just make sure he take care of you, like no matter what it is.
True, but the
So
other half of the battle is finding that good man. Because
yeah,
that's the other half of the battle. We come across so many false representatives. That's what happens. They y'all that don't want to be honest, lure us into thinking you want something. Talking about, oh, your mom is gonna love when she meet me. All your kids, all
uh,
talking about I'm gonna be a stepdaddy. All this lame ass shit, knowing damn well y'all ain't got no intentions for that shit.
no, I agree with you. Yeah, there's a lot of those men out
So
there.
when tables turn, we're prostitutes, we're gold diggers and shit, and it's like
No, no, no.
you
Heels. Again, listen. In those type of situations, I am with the woman. Extract what you can extract out of that man, and like you said, like you told him, if you want my time, you are going to need to give up X, Y, and Z. That's okay in those situations. What my thing is, Heels, is don't present the same way you don't want men presenting themselves a certain way. Don't present yourself a certain way, and that not be who you really are. If you want, whether you want money, whether you want a bag, whether you want to take a road trip or you want to go out the country, say that up front. Like I said, put your price up front, so that way a man can know what your price is and make the decision if he wants to invest in you or not. But don't wait, don't be on that type of time before it happens, or after we do whatever we do. Now you're asking for this, that, and the third. Don't do that. That's
but
giving escort and prostitution vibes to me. You shouldn't
I,
have been
I
expecting nothing, because the man, I'm not expecting anything from you after the fact. So don't be expecting anything from me. We're not in a relationship at the end of the day. This is for fun.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. We're right. We both agree on the part of where it shouldn't be expected. Nobody should lure anybody into anything, right? Because there's a market for that. If you're the kind of woman or man that wants to sleep with people just for money, there's a market for that. There's
Right.
websites. There's a whole world
Right.
for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I understand that all too well.
And that's my thing,
But
Heels.
that's my thing. It's like when that's why casual relationships are, that's why I don't do them anymore. I mean, that's one of the reasons I don't do them anymore. It's too messy. It's like too many lines are being crossed. It doesn't have to be that way. It shouldn't be that way, but it's just nature. That's why sex shouldn't be treated casually, because no matter what, emotions are going to step in. Period. Emotions are going to step in. Expectations are going to step in. All of that are going to step in. So it's better off not even doing that shit. Eventually, it's going to lead into what both parties don't want, and everybody's treating each other disrespectfully and all of that. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it sex shouldn't be
Yeah.
casual. But
Yeah.
if
Heels.
two people are in agreement with how they're going to carry it on, they're grown about it, then it's fine. It's
No, but Heels, like you said, if that's the type of time a woman is on, or a man, like you said, there is websites. People can go to different places in the city and pay for those type of services. So that's my
Mm-hmm.
whole thing. As a woman, if you not in that line of work, or if you are an in denial escort or prostitute, like I said, go create a business card. And when you come across Noble and all these different men, just give me your business card, and I can make the decision if I want to make that investment or not. Go put yourself on those websites. Go stand outside on those streets, but don't try to come off as somebody that you're not. Don't try to make it seem like it's something that it's not. Don't be trying to, because when men get those vibes, that is a big. I'm not a broke college student anymore, right? I'm not a broke college student anymore. So I don't I don't solicit to that lifestyle. But if I wanted to solicit to that lifestyle, I can just go solicit to that lifestyle. But if we just linking up, this is just a jump off situation, let it be that. Don't make it anything else. If you want it to be something else, then communicate. Hey, say I really like you, and I want to see if we can really be something. But
It's just
don't
y'all gotta understand that
the
we could just
smoke and
walk
mirrors,
outside and
the
get dick.
gray areas, all that gotta stop. That gotta
But
stop.
look,
You
we could just walk outside and get dick. We
yeah,
could just walk outside. Y'all can't, y'all don't have it that easy,
right.
right? So we feel, yeah, we put our pussy on a pedestal because it's like, dog, you got to have this. I allowed you to have this. Like I need you to be generous with what you're gonna give over here more than just dick and bubblegum. Like it's just what it is. Like it's like I like
Man, I think dick and
that's
bubblegum
just
should be
not gonna
enough if we're
be
not in a
that's just
relationship.
not gonna be enough. Like,
But I think dick and bubblegum should be enough if we're not in a relationship. This is my thing, Heels. You're genuinely physically attracted to that man. You want to sleep with that man. If you had the opportunity, you would sleep with that man. But you have all these conditions before it happens or after it happens. You want certain things. That's escort and prostitute behavior. I'm sorry, ain't no other way to describe it. There's
but
no other way.
but what y'all want from us? Okay, yes, I don't want to deny men of their sacred value. Y'all are all humans. We have our sacred value, right? I just feel like women are more at risk during sex. We can easily get pregnant. Y'all could leave the scene. We
Oh, she's breaking up. Oh damn. Heels, you breaking up, yo.
Y'all getting more of the deal than we are. So at what point is it going to be reciprocate? Like when is it going to be actual mutual? Like when is it going to be equal?
You was
Heels,
freezing.
Cuz
Can you
heels.
repeat
yeah.
that?
Can you
Oh,
hear
I'm
us?
sorry. Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Okay,
Let me turn my
listen.
Wi-Fi.
We'll end up listen. We will agree to respectfully disagree. Like I said, it's unfortunate if a woman is not able to climax in this casual relationship or in this jump off situation. But I think we're both getting what we want at the end of the day. So I don't think anything else should be expected.
I
It should
have
no
to
be no
laugh cuz
extracurricular
y'all
activity
are
going on. We could just agree. We can agree to disagree. It's okay.
y'all are so good for that. Y'all will blame us for not having an orgasm. I've heard that. Well, that's
Yeah.
your fault. My fault.
Hey, yeah, but Hills, I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on here. You have a great day, okay?
You too. Thank
All
you.
right, you have a good one. Hey, my